Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach us this truth. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Peace, love, and blessings unto the elect, scattered abroad around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great, which is America, who ought to be destroyed. Thus saith the scriptures, thus saith prophecies. All right, shalom. And this lesson is basically going into, as the title says it, Babylon is falling. And the Lord has already predestined since the beginning that this place was going to go down by the way of World War III, economic woes, total collapse of a society. All right. The Lord was going to visit spiritual Sodom and Egypt as he visited Egypt as before, as the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. The Lord is not slack concerning his promises. All right. Because mankind and womankind really thinks that the prophecy will not come to pass and that the men of the Lord are just bugged out niggas on the corner. All right. And through prophecies and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, prophesying, these things shall come. As it states in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, verse 1 on down to verse 3. And also 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, and verse 1 on down to 3. And we know that the Lord, who the word innately calls Jesus Christ, Lord Yahweh Shai, is going to return as a thief in the night. And Salakia, right quick, let me make sure still recording. All right. Microphone on, making sure. But nonetheless, man, all right, no matter what you people think, the Lord is going to reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, to prophesy unto the four corners of the wind, until death and destruction come upon this place. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, verse 4, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep or passed away, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Lord the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water. All right. Going back to the first death, which was by the way of the flood during the time of Noah. All right. During, the time of the sons of God, the sons of men, and then, ultimately the son of the wicked, being classified. And the Lord saw wickedness and evilness in mankind going back to Genesis, the 6th chapter. And through Noah, he find grace once again, because the Lord always, have mercy, man. At the end of the day, everything was orchestrated and designed by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai until this very moment that we're living in. Because contrary to belief, Babylon, the great America, will be destroyed and be ended by the way of nuclear fire, by the way of World War III. An economic collapse is coming to America. All right. Even though it's so-called holiday season, the winter solstice and all these different deities that they practice. But soon to come, the Lord is going to put all that shit to a stop. And it's going to end the reign of the Edomites. All right, you so-called Caucasian race, you white people. All right, that controls and operates the world that we're living on until this very day, because the Lord has given you that power to rule. Job, the 9th chapter, verse 24. Also going into Micah, the 2nd chapter, verse 1. All right. And you can read on down to 2, because it is in the power of their hand to practice all types of manner of wickedness. And that's how they've gotten, all the different territories and landmarks, including Babylon the Great, through fraud, lies, deceit, all right, bloodshed, murder, anything that you can think of a foul creation. That's Esau Edom, but he was created to be like that. But nonetheless, the Lord is going to destroy Esau Edom, man. He's going to destroy Babylon the Great and all of the Edomites all around the world, because the kingdom of heaven is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and only you. The heathen nations, the only part of the kingdom that they're going to have is captivity and serving Yasha Allah, the Israelites. All right, and serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai by serving the Israelites, man. And they're going to practice and be accustomed to our God, man. And we're going to rule with the rod of iron, along with Lord Yahweh Shai, who received his first glory, man, his first dibs of the kingdom of heaven that's going to be on earth in Jerusalem, Israel, because that is where is our homeland. That's our safe haven. All right. So at the time is, nigh at hand, man. At the end of the day, though these prophecies tarry, wait for it will surely come. It will not tarry. Because a lot of people, like I said, through their ignorance, they really think that America, Babylon the Great, is going to be healed, and it's not. Pursuant to the scriptures, let's go to Jeremiah 51. They believe that Donald Trump is going to help America build back better. They think it's new hope. Okay? Still continuing to serve, the oppressors, man. Isaiah the 30th chapter and Isaiah the 31st chapter. Woe unto you that go into Egypt unto help. For Egypt shall be your shame and confusion. Why? Because this modern day Egypt is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Thermonuclear fire is going to destroy America, Babylon the Great, in the ways of the upcoming World War III that's being built up, man. That the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is making come to pass. That you people still do not believe and you don't want to believe, man. Hey, man, the Lord do all things. He does the bad, the evil, the good, the ugly. You people better get with the program before it's too late. But this is only for the elect. Jeremiah 51:1, starting out the top. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, which that destroying wind is nuclear destruction. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. All right. The mortal enemies of Babylon the Great, America, North Korea, China, Russia, Turkey, well not Turkey, Salakia, Iran, however you pronounce it. All those countries that's being guarded by Gog and Magog, which is modern day Russia, pursuant to Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right, it's a reason, okay? And pursuing the Joel the 3rd chapter, okay? And this all came into remembrance, first and foremost, by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the breakdown of the prophecies of this book, ultimately through the men of Great Millstone, starting off with our top 4 leaders, our elders, the 4 elders, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ron Lob and Elder Apostle Rakab, man, coming out of the old One West. All right, so-called, according to Vocab Malone, Hebrew Israelism. All right, but it's truly our inheritance, because according to Jeremiah 17:4, we was going to discontinue from our inheritance. And how did that happen? Cargo slavery, chattel slavery. All right, being moved all around the globe from plantation to plantation. The Lord did that, not for our destruction, going back to Baruch, the 4th chapter, but because we moved the Most High to anger and to wrath. And now we're at the end game. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The Lord is now, Kwam Yashar Allah. He's arising Israel, which name was Jacob, but got turned into that name as a blessing. All right? Because the Lord is dealing with the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No other nations, no matter how much you people want to argue, no matter how much you get butthurt. And that's why ultimately the Lord is going to come back and fuck this place up right along with you people. At the end of the day, if you don't want to get with the Lord's program, hey, the Lord is going to fucking kill you. And it's just that simple. The Lord don't discriminate, man. All right? Verse 3, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigdine, and shall ye not spare her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. All right, going into the up and coming World War III that's about to be viewed up. All right, nuclear missiles are going to be shot from one end to the earth unto the other, from one hemisphere to the next hemisphere. All right, and that's pursuing the 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. And we're doing that by preaching his word. All right, teaching the gospel and the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, that they may be not partakers of the sins, and that they may be delivered from the up and coming destruction. All right, and this deliverance is going into a more spiritual deliverance. All right, not comparing it to Revelation, the 18th chapter, because during that time, that's the closing credits when Babylon the Great will be destroyed via, as it says in the 17th chapter, the lake of fire. All right, and that's what's going to happen. This place is going to be burned via through the up and coming nuclear war, World War III, that's being viewed up right now as I'm doing this not live lesson, but doing this lesson. All right, as I'm, prophesying right now. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, because without those names, I would not be speaking the truth. I would not, be doing, lesson videos and so on and so forth, man. So always give credit unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, the water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Verse 6 again, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, he will render unto her a recompense, a payback. Verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, letting you know that the Lord is in control of all things. All right. And for you people out there that, that says otherwise, you got a rude awakening. We'll see how you people going to feel when that MOTB be mandated and nuclear missiles are going to be shot from Russia, China, North Korea, all those foreign countries that cannot stand Babylon the Great America. All right, you people are going to learn soon to come. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Drunken of the philosophies, man. The ways to be like. Now, Babylon the Great has become a gazing stock, all right? Has become, that once well-favored harlot is not so well-favored because she have fucked over, parabolically have fucked over the nations, man, all right? And it just makes sense. And if people really study the true nature of America, Babylon the Great, they're very sneaky. They always doing backdoor deals with countries that they swear that they don't like. All right, even countries that they're supposed to be allies with, they fuck them over. All right, it's all a continuous cycle of fraud, lies, and deceit. You can read Psalms, the 55th chapter, and this is Esau Edom, man, all the way. Because he did this to the so-called Northern Kingdom, starting off with the Native American Seminole Indians, making all types of peace treaties, and then going behind their backs, destroying them. Psalm 55 and verse 20, he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. All right. And it says in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. All right. Though he humble himself, take good heed of them. Take good heed of this nigga, man. All right. Esau Edom is a greasy, slimy nigga, man. That's it. That's the true definition of a nigga. Even though you got our people fucked up in all types of ways. But still, that's thanks to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the Caucasian race that controls and runs the world. And look at the condition of the people and the state of the world that is in. Going back to Proverbs 29 and 2. All right. When the wicked bear rule, when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Roughly paraphrasing, you can get the better understanding in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. But yeah, this is the MO of the devil. And we know that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And we're waiting on prophecies to come to pass. Back to Jeremiah 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take palm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. All right, because eventually there's a tab that Esau Edom has to pay. Going back to Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. All right. And people really got to ask themselves that shit, man. All right. Has there been really true judgment upon the nation of Esau Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, for what they done unto the earth, what they done unto the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, Native American Seminole Indians? Because it is in records, it is history that these devils fucked these people up through slavery, hardcore slavery, bondage. And we're telling you it happened to us. Yes, it happened to us because the Lord did it. But if you devils really were a righteous entity, well, not an entity, a righteous person, a righteous creation, you would have took us in and you would have helped us. But according to the scripture, Zechariah 11, verse 5, you furthered the affliction. You made it 10 times worse by doing the unimaginable things that were done unto the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, especially the fucking men. People must be forgot about buck breaking. Like I say, man, that shit's fucked up. And modern day buck breaking is the fucking prison system. And they do that for a reason. All right? Not only to spread diseases, but to spread that Leviticus 20 and 13. To further destroy our people. So fuck Esau Edom, man. And his whole lineage. And the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is going to judge this place by the way of nuclear destruction and by the way of great death, man. And that's happening soon to come, because for far too long, everybody has depended on America being the #1 country in the world. All right, being #1 in financials. All right, being #1 in entertainment, sports, you name it, man. Everybody wants to be like America. Every nation. That's the admiration of that great horde. All right. That's how you know that the great horde has to be Babylon the Great, because everybody want to be Americanized. And it's just so spiritual, because it's people, they'll leave from their foreign lands and swear that their foreign lands is so bad and so terrible, not knowing and not understanding that this shit is 10 times worse and it's going to lead you to a path of destruction. Because all it promotes is to go after the flesh, man. I can really spiritually see that shit. To go after the flesh, really and truly. All right? And like I say, don't even get me started dealing with, adultery in this goddamn country. All right? The ass backwardness of this goddamn country. Women, like I say, women getting mad about men that, with so-called polygamy. But these bitches don't have a problem getting trains ran on them, having all type of different sexual partners, wonder why you mentally fucked up in the head. They don't understand that. Women totally against us. All right? Whether it be our women or even the heathen. All right? But Babylon will not be healed. It is set for death and destruction. Thus saith the scriptures. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. And it's good riddance. All right. So let's go. I believe Nineveh. Not Nineveh, Salakia. Nahum. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. All right. It was talking about Nineveh back in that time. But now we're speaking of Babylon the Great. All right. Because this country for far too long has always been the #1 country. But now, hey, shameful spewing shall be upon their glory. Now these heathens are gearing up for war. Let the weak say I am strong. All right. Russia, hey, it's getting more and more intense in that Middle East, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Yahweh Shaphat. It's getting real intense, baby. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Jump down to verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft, going back to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. His desire is as hell. Okay, he cannot be satisfied. That's the characteristics of Esau Edom. And through her witchcraft, the philosophies, all right, they have spoiled the nations. They have basically fooled the nations, and now they are mad now. Okay? They are truly mad through the spirit. And that's because the Lord is in control of all things, man. And the Lord is exposing Babylon the Great, and this place will be destroyed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, and thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. All right, because for a long time, America has been called that great city, that prosperous city flowing with milk and honey, the land of great opportunity. That people are starting to realize that the opportunities over here was just a hoax. All right, now they're starting to realize that this place is a total nightmare through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's because shameful spewing is being brought upon this land, all right, upon the people, the Idumeans, the Edomites. Verse 2, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's going into how Lord Yahweh Shai, who the word inly called Jesus Christ, is going to come back with a great angelic force coming from the heavens. All right, and that's basically another topic, another lesson, all right, for another, time or whatever, because nonetheless, Lord Yahweh Shai is going to come back by the way of so-called UFOs and UAPs as the humans, the human race like to call them, but we know them as the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, the defense, of Jerusalem, all right, our protection, our Air Force, all right, our Navy, whatever, man, whatever you want to call it, is our, protection through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's all the chariots is, man, and our salvation ultimately, and Lord will I be partakers of that salvation, all right, praying. Verse 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, of his name, is his name, the Holy One of Israel, all right, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Verse 5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdom. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and gave them into thy hand. Going back to the Amalekites, man. All right, the false, the fakes, the phonies. Going back to them. All right, and that's also in Ezekiel, I believe, the 39th chapter. The 39th chapter. Them into thy hand, and didst show them no mercy upon the ancient that has very heavily laid thy yoke. They ain't show no mercy. So with that being said, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ain't gonna show no mercy once the Lord redeem his people, man. And hey, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that, man. The Lord has never forsaken Israel. And in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna conquer Esau, Edom. We're gonna conquer all the heathen nations. All right. And we're going to rule over them. All right. We're going to have slaves, man. We ain't going to be able to work no more. That's all through the spirit. All right. People truly don't know how the Lord really gets down, man. You got to have a ruling class mentality, man. Like I said, if you want slaves, you're in your right fucking mind. I just want to say that. If you want the heathens to serve you by your every command in righteousness, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you in your right mind, man. Fuck these people, yo. These people are weak. All right? Verse 7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. And that's that pride. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, or the heart going back to the mind, lob. Neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Salakia. Verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that not given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, because it's going to be a speedy riddance, man. It's going to happen in 1 hour. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. All right, terror on every side. So these Edomites are not going to escape the damnation coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the ended nation, man. So with that being said, while these devils think they're going to come with their new world order, the Lord has a trick play for their ass, man. The Lord is going to destroy them. First, he's going to destroy Babylon the Great, America. He's going to destroy the land of Israel. All right, those people, the rest of the heathens and those elites that be in those bunkers, they think they're going to be in good case, not knowing and not understanding that the Lord, he sees everything. He's omnipotent, the all-seeing eye, man. All right, Yahweh. So Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, all right, by the way of the elect, is going to come and hunt you devils down. And you're going to be compromising that day. And then you're going to be turned into slaves. And after that 1,000-year period, you're going to be exterminated as being a Edomite. All right, being from the stock of Esau, Edom, the lineage. Going back to Obadiah, the first chapter. All right, verse 17 and verse 18 on down. Mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. All right, you're not going to understand whence it's coming from, because the Lord is going to put that great confusion upon you. All right, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because the Lord is about to destroy you, you goddamn Edomites. And desolation shall come upon thee, which thou shalt not know. Verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right, and ultimately, they're not going to be saved by their pseudoscience. All right, their way of falsehood. All right, their technology, their weaponries. Nothing is going to deliver them ultimately but death and destruction. And that's going to come by the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only way and deliverance coming to you Edomites, man. Lord will, I make a part 2 video lesson. I'm going to close out by saying, Kahalayam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadah. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered abroad. All right, double honors, of course, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, I say shalom, shalom.